It's the playoffs, the round of 16 of the Basketball Champions League. It's the second leg as Murcia welcome Antwerp to southeastern Spain. And Antwerp travel with an 8-point advantage from last week's first leg. Well, here is the bracket and the road to the Final Four. And as you can see, the winners of this matchup will face Nizhny, who beat Venezia in yesterday's tie. Van Berbenijk have got the wins and have seen them make it through to the quarterfinals. Nanterre are also there. And then 4 more teams to complete the lineup for the quarterfinals. Going to get a look at the schedule of this part of the bracket. Great performance by Venezia at home, but not quite enough as they came up 5 points short, even though they won by 18 yesterday evening. Tonight, Murcia try to overturn an 8-point first leg deficit against Antwerp. 7 of the 11 teams that have faced that type of deficit from the first leg have gone on to progress in the Basketball Champions League, and Murcia know what it takes to make the Final Four, having made that trip to Athens last season. For Antwerp and for Belgian basketball, this is new ground as they make the playoffs for the first time. The win last week behind a tremendous performance by Paris Lee. He went for 21 points, 5 assists, and really does set the tempo for Raoul Moore's lineup. Could have been bigger for Antwerp. They led by as many as 18 in that tie, but got out with the 8-point win after Murcia tied it up deep in the fourth quarter. Real thing for Antwerp, the 3 other teams in Group C have already made it through to the quarterfinals, so they could have 4 teams from one group. We thought that first round group was tough, and so far it's proved that way. Here's the roster for Murcia. Ovi Soko was so good last week. Askar Buka with his 18 points after only 16 and a half minutes of basketball last week gave Cito Alonso's side hope in this second leg. But 8 points is one of those tough numbers. You know, it just gives a little breathing space for Antwerp. But both teams, I'm sure both coaches would have told them, let's just play the game. Let's get the win. Put ourselves in a position to win the overall tie. Not worry about the margin until we can really control it. Murcia currently struggling in the ACB, 17th. Lost again at the weekend, so they're in currently one of the relegation spots. Last year's Final Four team. So hopefully the Champions League, they get the result here, will build that confidence as they get into that run-in in the ACB. Last thing Murcia need is another relegation. Going to get into individual player introductions. And as you'd expect, we'll start with the team from Belgium. A team in its first playoffs in the Basketball Champions League, Telenet Antwerp. The Giants from Antwerp currently sit joint top of the Belgian League, really challenging Ostend's domination of the Belgian League this season. First man out, one of the major reasons why Paris Lee, the 183 American point guard, still only 23 years old, leads the Belgian League in assists, and he leads the Basketball Champions League in steals. A really huge contribution. Ismail Bako just went through shot. The 23-year-old 2'8" center had 10 points in the first quarter last week and really did energize this Antwerp lineup. Only had 12 on the game, but he had done his job, if you want, in terms of the way he set the tone. Antwerp experienced in European basketball, but not at this level. Defending an 8-point advantage in a 2-legged tie, not always the easiest thing to do. Obi Soko really did carry this team. 30 minutes, 13 points, 9 rebounds, and really did drag his team back into contention. I thought that this team is going to have the plus of Brad Ollison, but I'm not sure if the veteran is going to be actually playing. Going to have to look at the roster in a second. He's in his sweat top, but still has his sweatpants on, so it doesn't look like he's out there tonight. Man in the middle of the shot. Rojas, also big performance last week on the glass. 10 rebounds for the Dominican Republic forward, who's World Cup bound in China with the Dominican Republic in September. What a tournament that's going to be, as the World Cup changes its format and 32 teams make their way to China and the Dominican Republic. And you would expect Sadiel Rojas will be one of those players on that plane for the Dominican Republic. They're not going to get the 8 points back in quarter one. Well, they may do, but that will be meaningless if they then let it slip. It's about the result over the two legs. Murcia would have come into this game with the best regular season record of any team in the Basketball Champions League, with a 13-1 record out of Group A. But as we said, Telenet Giants Antwerp came out of what could be described as a group of death. Referees, Mr. Anastopoulos, Mr. Kozlovskis, and Mr. Kailik from Greece, Latvia, and Poland, respectively, complete the teams on the floor tonight for this second leg tie that has got European classic night of basketball written all over it. The away team bring an 8-point advantage into the gym here in Murcia. Can the home club turn it around? Or will the Belgium story continue, as they are the first Belgian club in the playoffs of the Basketball Champions League? Will they make the quarterfinals? One tie then away from a Final Four appearance. The starting lineup for the Giants from Antwerp. Lee, obviously, in the backcourt with Victor Sanders. Chopin, who does that blue-collar work. Bako's got to have that same type of impact he had last week. And they go with Kalinowski, so they go really quality in the backcourt. 3-guard set for Antwerp and coach Raul Moores. And can the legendary player become a legendary coach in Antwerp? Well, one sure way will be to take his team into the quarterfinals and possibly into a Final Four berth. Starting lineup just about to come up for UCAM Murcia. Soko at the small forward, and he does a great job. Kevin Tumber at the center's got to come to play. He was outworked in that first quarter last week. Milton Doyle and Askia Booker, and Booker's minutes you'd have thought would go up. Rojas will give all the energy. And I still think at times, as we said last week, the lineup with Ovi Soko and Damjan Rudez from Croatia might be the answer for coach Cito Alonso if he wants to get the win over this two-legged tie. Crowd trying to averages around 5,000 fans here for ACB games over the last 5-6 years for Murcia. Facility has a 7,500 seat capacity, as you can see. The seats filling up nicely just before tip. It's gonna get raucous and noisy. Here are the fans that make most of that noise. And age is no barrier to be part of that group. What an age range. The youngsters alongside the veteran fans all making a load of noise. And if you've got your red t-shirt on, you can bet you'll be making some huge noise. The traveling contingent from Antwerp again will also add to this atmosphere. Second leg, European action. Nothing like European nights, nothing like the Basketball Champions League to generate that atmosphere. Erin Tumba against a compatriot club, the Belgian. So wherever you're joining us from, whichever part of the world you have made the appointment with this game, welcome to Murcia. The home team in the white uniform, Antwerp in the black, and we're underway. 40 minutes away from the quarterfinal of the Basketball Champions League, the third Basketball Champions League season, as Lee turns the corner, kicks to the corner, open for three in the corner is short, and somehow Lee hunts it down. And they're going to have to stop that because Doyle stayed down, and I think you hope he's just checking himself out, because he's not rolling around as some people would. So I think he's genuinely been, at the very least, winded. Might be advisable to take some time off. Let's take a look. Fell over backwards. Well, didn't bang the back of his head, but he went down holding his head. So obviously some form of blow to his head. Got to check him out, obviously. So many protocols to follow these days. Quite rightly too. Wow, deep and buried. What a start. Edu Durant will check in. Whistle on the play. And Kalinowski with an early three. Just, you can see why Raoul Moores went with him at the start. Duran has it. Booker off the down screen. We'll get the ball screen from Tumba, who rolls. Looks inside. Tumba deep. Underneath with the left hand. Throws it hard against the glass. And the ball drops. Give that to any number of players. But Obi Soko's going to claim it. Probably the last player to get a touch. Paris Lee looking to turn the corner and kick. Open for the three is short. Boko's on the glass. And the ball will belong to Antwerp. And Ismail Bako picks up that energy. Gets to the offensive glass, and the ball retained by Antwerp. Well, great defensive effort. The effort by Duran to stop the ball going back to Paris Lee was the big deal there. Obi Soko for the three is good. Obi Soko comes out for 5 points personal start to the game, and Murcia lead at 5-3. If the three starts to go for Obi Soko, it's normally a good sign for Murcia. Lee, little shake. Third three, and that one's short. And Kalinowski has taken 3 threes, and he's 1 from 3 at the start of the game. Whistle on the play. Obi Soko is a little go-to at the moment, getting a lot of touches, looking hungry for the basketball. Duran drops it inside. Tumba checks it to Soko again for three. Is short. Tumba, great work on the glass. Looks to go to work down low. Gets to the middle. Goes with the right hand hook. Tumba's on the glass. Obi Soko's on the glass. Finally, Bako gets it. And Paris Lee would advance the ball. Nice look. Sanders with a little runner is short. Caught in two minds. Could not make the play. And Murcia very dominant at the moment. Booker stops and pops. And the ball hits the timing device above the basket, out of bounds. Good feel about the way Murcia have started this game. Very aggressive. Pawn set for Antwerp as pick and pop action finds Kalinowski. will hand it off. Sanders to the corner. Collins gets it back, puts it on the floor and kicks. Yet another three for Antwerp. The phrase live and die by the jump shot comes to mind. Durand looks at his options, goes inside deep, whistle, foul on the floor, and again, Obisoko gets another positive stat. Gets to the front of the ring. Kalinowski has to take one for the team. End-line ball. Durand leans away, knocks it down. Quick release. Lee in the paint is fouled on his way up. Will go to the free throw line. That's the first shot attempt. It hasn't been a three. Durand gave up the middle. Paris Lee took it and makes the first from the free throw line. The aggregate score will tick away underneath the game score. And so Antwerp with a 79-74 margin at the moment. Oh, sorry, 80-74. The number everyone will concentrate on for the first part of this game definitely will be game score. Here's Booker, comes off the screen, drops it inside, watch out. Kevin Tumba trundled down the lane for the dunk. Sanders goes high with the entry to Kalinowski. Backo gives him a ball screen, they go inside. Backo, great recovery. Kevin Tumba played the pick and roll as well as you can play it. Hard show, great recovery down the passing lane. Gets a piece. Booker with space to play. Little hesitation, defensive effort. Backo stepped in. Tumba with the long two is off. They won't mind giving Tumba the mid-range jump shot. Lee at pace, steps back, fires up yet another three for Antwerp. And they made the first and haven't had a sniff of making anything since then. 5:40 to go in the first. And Antwerp living outside the three-point line, and at the moment, beginning to struggle from beyond the three-point line. Great steal, Lee read it and runs the break, 3-on-1. Drops it inside, Backo goes up, is fouled, and will have to earn them on the free throw line. Obisoko takes one for Murcia in transition. Now Backo makes the first, picks up his first point of the season. What a first quarter Backo had last week in the first leg. 10 first quarter points, just ran the floor. Outworked his opponent, made his free throws, finished plays. Tremendous job by the 23-year-old. And closes it to a 2-point game on the night. Obisoko in the block, wraps it around, Booker for 2 and 1. And you can see Paris Lee's reaction, knew he went to sleep, knew he didn't drop to the line of the basketball. So you can see Lee's at the elbow still, just completely got lost, and Booker back cut. Great find from the block. Booker has a chance to make this a 5-point game. So Antwerp, at the moment, just not doing enough of that. This dunk, though, this was a strong play. As Chopin went for the dunk, Obisoko in the lane is fouled and will go to the free throw line. But for the first time on the night, Antwerp went aggressive and went down the lane. And Obi Soko gets hit twice. We'll go to the free throw line. 50% from the free throw line last week for the British forward. Substitutions coming in for Antwerp as Van Wyn checks in, number 10. And Jason Tate, who won his 18 minutes last week, just had a phenomenal impact. 6 from 7 from the field for his 13 points and big shots down the end of the game. Obi Soko makes the first. And he goes 2 for 2. 7 big first quarter points for Obi Soko. Paris Lee straight down the middle. That's speed with the left. Oh, Backo went upstairs and threw it down. Lee just laid it on the plate, served it up for him, and Backo throws it down. Booker down with a nice pass. Manuel Kate gets the dunk and he goes to 2. Game livening. Lee, a little more aggressive. Backo has it, puts it on the floor, needs a pass. Finds Lee, 6 on the possession. Lee steps back for 3, count it. And Paris Lee, the stock grows again. Quick 2 the other way, Obi Soko misses the easy lay-in. Paris Lee stops, fills it, doesn't get the drop. A little bit frantic. Nice look. Kelly gets another dunk on the end of the break. Antwerp came into this game scoring so much heavier than Murcia in transition. 14 points to 9 points in transition. Van Wyn and kicks. The open 3 is long. Ball kept alive, but will go to Murcia. Well, Antwerp at the moment, 2 from 8 from beyond the 3-point line. But the more worrying stat on the 2 from 8 is they're only 1 from 4 from the 2-point range. They're taking 2 threes to every one of the 2s, and they're literally living and dying from beyond the 3-point line. Booker is short with that, but there's a foul on the rebound situation. Antwerp in the penalty, so Murcia will shoot the throws. Chance to tie the aggregate scores with 3:12 to go. For the Alojas, knocks down the first. Just works so hard for the team, does Rojas. Been in this Murcia program for a number of years now. Donka gets it into the half court. Jason Tate will move the ball. Budzinski goes with a tough one, draws contact, and will make his way to the free throw line. There's the bump. As Dino Radoncic picks up the first personal after just joining the game. Budzinski again really did have a big contribution to the win by Antwerp last week. Did a really nice job coming in, really gave some energy, finished plays, made his free throws. And he goes 2 for 2 from the line. Bruka gets it into the half court. Doyle's back in, which is a great sign. Off the glass for 2, doesn't get the drop. Ball's knocked away and will stay with Murcia. the areas of the game that Antwerp really did have a lot of success last week. Areas like that, the hard work, hustle plays. Murcia have matched them, in fact have bettered them in this first quarter, and are really benefiting from that part of the game. Nice pass, wide open. Alonsic didn't realize he had so much space, but throws it down hard. Timeout. With the aggregate scores tied, and on the night, Murcia have the 22-14 lead. Timeout for Antwerp.
Why are you showing the shoulder with Kate, who cannot shoot? We talked about all this. You have the board, you tap it instead of grabbing it. We gotta be more aggressive. And not with the shooting. We go one down. One down. Let's have a good one. Let's work inside, guys. Let's go. Go, go, go. What you think? Our face, a little bit softer. Let's press, hard, press. Go, 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 go. No, no.
High post entry, just face guarding lead, just making it a 4-on-4 game at the moment. Inside, Dinsky in traffic, doesn't get the drop. Great effort defensively. Rojas just put his body on the line, took the space away. Booker goes inside, he's blocked. Great work to knock it away. Ball finds its way to Doyle. Great work by Kate, just knocks it back. Doyle, little hesitation, steps back, goes outside the three. Nice pass, great look. Just threw it into the space beyond Kate, guarded by Lee with a mismatch. And for the first time on the whole tie, Murcia have the lead. They didn't lead at all for 40 minutes last week. But after 9 this week, 8 this week, they've now taken a 2-point lead on the tie. Isan Tate is fouled as he kicked it. Paris Lee, pick and pop action, gives him some space. Nice find, nice read, knocked down the three. The help just over-helped. Booker just parked himself in the lane. Sanders just duly obliged, knocked down the three for fun. Whistle on the play. Second foul on Van Wyn. Well, as much as Van Wyn may complain, you extend your arm into the space where the shooter is going to land, then it's you are asking for the referee to make the call. Rojas misses the first. Big scoring quarter here for Murcia. 24 points in the first quarter. Come out firing. They've come out with a lot of energy. Obi Soko started that with his 7 points early, and his teammates have picked it up and can maintain that momentum. Rojas goes 2 for 3. Four points, all from the free throw line. Charlon Kloof, the Netherlands international, checks in. Five on the possession. It's going to have to go up. Step back, tough one, is way short. Great defensive series. Rojas collects, and Kloof will advance the basketball. 9-point lead for Murcia. tremendous first quarter. Doncic inside, has it knocked away. 4-on-2 break, just find the open man. Well, poor pass. They look inside, Zinsky doesn't get, and they've really missed the opportunity to exploit the numerical advantage on the break. Staggered screen will free it up. Donker puts it on the floor, gets to the middle. That's a great transition defensively by Murcia. Jason Tate down the middle is fouled on the floor, but Murcia in the penalty. Tate will go to the free throw line. That's such a disappointment for Murcia. Their defensive transition was tremendous. They really did work hard to force Antwerp deep into the shot clock. Jason Tate picks up the foul and finds himself on the free throw line. Makes the first. 6 from 7 from the field in last week's game. 2 from 2 from the line in this week's game. And this game is just poised now and set up. 26-19 on the night. 1 point lead on aggregate. Doyle on the weave, backs out, wants a little space. Last 3 seconds of the quarter, Doyle into the lane, into traffic, takes a tough one, and Tate just played great defense. End of the first quarter. The energy from Murcia out of the blocks was impressive. But after a here's the replay of the last play. Well, I think they're asking for a review for the foul, but I'd be very surprised if anything materialized from that. Here's confirmation, Murcia with a big scoring 26-19 first quarter. Trailed by just a 1 point on aggregate as the Telenet Giants recovered from a poor start. Statistically, you can see the trouble. 6 twos and 9 threes in terms of the field goal attempts. They have lived outside the three-point line. Whereas last week, they were the aggressor, attacked the basket consistently. Good things happened for Antwerp last week. I'm very three-point happy in that first quarter, but still only trailed by 7. And Murcia played probably as well as Murcia can play. So this one's really set up. Good to see Milton Doyle back after he went down very early in the game. Obviously been checked out and is okay, so good sign for Murcia. Okay, Özil checked in late in the game for Antwerp. His contributions alongside Donker off the bench were crucial last week. Probably going to be crucial this week. So, start of the second quarter. Doncic will inbound for Murcia. They lead 7 points on the night, 26-19. And Kloof will advance the basketball. Okay, Zil guards him. Nice pass. Oh, what a block. That was just, get out of here. Phenomenal athleticism. Trevor Thompson rather. In the top 10 block stats in the Premier League in Belgium, and you can see why. Doyle finds a little separation, fires up the 3 and catches nothing. Doyle looks like he's looking for points. Got to find some rhythm somewhere, and he's trying to find it as opposed to letting it come to him. But wants to make the contribution. Kazil gets it into the half court. Nice pass, open for 3, count it. Zinsky joins the 3-point shootout for Antwerp. twice as many threes as 2-point attempts for the Belgian club. Doyle will take the ball screen. Tate rolls, skip to the open pass, and Jason Tate didn't have to reach, but did. Picks up the personal. Just got to stay in stance. Try and protect. Keep your man in front of you. Tate picks up his first foul. Kevin Tumba checking back in for Murcia. Obi Soko relieves pressure on the inbound. Kluth. Little pick and pop action for Doyle. Wants a little space to play. Oh, it has to fire the three. Is no good. Ball hits the score in equipment again. And again, Doyle looking to score, looking for points. Nothing in rhythm at all. Just got to share it a little bit, should we say. Get rid of the ball, get it back. Full court pressure for Murcia. Good start to this second period for Antwerp. Chance to cut this to a 2-point game or even a 1-point game on this trip. Oh, Axel gets the layup. Did everything he should have done, but couldn't get the drop by Kazil. Poor finish. Great decision, great execution until he let go of the ball. Really created a nice angle. Kluth will turn the corner. Soko picks and pops. Lines up the three. Is long. Offensive rebound. Soko down the middle, off the glass. Doesn't get the drop. Wants the foul. The fans want the foul. 3-on-2 break. Jason Tate kicks it. Whistle is gone. There's a whistle on the play already. I'm not sure what they've called. Doyle charged with the personal. Exactly what you need. You need the crowd in the game. Don't condone the verbal criticism, should we say, of the official, but the atmosphere builds. Offensive foul is a push-off. And some of you at home may think that's a little make-up, but let's take a look. Well, I'm not really. That's just Tumba and Thompson trying to play in the post. Kluth with a chance to increase the 4-point lead into the half court. Doyle. The ball gets stuck. It's always a problem for Murcia. There's no tempo. It slows up, and then you get a crazy foul. And Kazil just didn't have to get involved. Well, Moore's, see, like, there's no reason just extend into Soko when the ball's released and he's going to receive the pass. Third team foul for Antwerp. And there's only there's still 7.5 minutes to go. They got a 5-second call on the baseline. And everything's just slowed up here for Murcia in this first 2.5 minutes. They were very fluid in the first quarter. The ball was moved very well. Created advantage and opportunity. Now, it's a little like, too much like hard work. Jason Tate attacks the little space, spins, tough finish. Recovered the mishandle. We've got a 2-point game. And Murcia will take the timeout. And Tate loving the moment. Absolutely loving the moment, milking it, playing with the crowd, getting the atmosphere. And Antwerp have closed it to a 2-point game. Gonna mishandle right then, but stays with it. Finishes the play well. And there's the block by Thompson. And there's the block at the other end. Both teams going at it. Physicality is just there for you to see. Let's get inside this Murcia timeout.
Okay, wait. We play one time. UCAM empty. Remember the game finished in the 40 minutes. No, we have to keep playing. We are playing well. So, but now we play hand off with him. I know you want to get out of play. Something like that. Hey, go!
Again, Antwerp with that small lineup. Thompson's the only genuine big on the floor. And Murcia are a little caught up trying to exploit that advantage. That's when the ball gets stuck, as opposed to running what they were running earlier on. And then the mismatch will just develop. 2-point game, 26-24, 7:10 to go in the half. Doyle has it. Will take the ball screen and moves it on. Soko's going to hand off. Kloof wraps it. Radonjic inside, poor shot. Jason Tate has it, and he's everywhere at the moment. Whistle on the play. Foul called, I believe. There's the reach. Booker's back. Things were much quicker with Booker in the game earlier on. See if he can bring that energy to this lineup right now. Jason Tate. Goes it outside. Guarded by Booker. Will take the ball screen. Thompson's going to roll. Goes off the glass. Poor shot. Whistle on the play. Booker's charged with the personal. And this is much more like Antwerp last week. Attacking the defense, challenging the defense to stay in stance and protect the ring. And Booker was very late, lent across. 2 shots for Brazil to tie the game. And Antwerp tonight doing a nice job so far from the free-throw line. The worst team in the Basketball Champions League from the free-throw line, 62% across the BC Basketball Champions League season. But tonight, when it really matters, there's focus and confidence on the free-throw line. 2 for 2 again, and we have a new ball game on the night, 26 apiece. As it goes 2 from 2, tied at 26. Excellent start. 7-0 start to this second quarter, and Murcia just dried up. Doyle, now guarded by Thompson. Surely he's going to go at him. Puts it on the floor. Doyle in the lane, kicks. Booker with 4 on the shot clock, steps back for the long 2 and drops it. Quick release. Booker is just a flat-out scorer. 5 points personal on the night. Donker will hand off. Jason Tate has been so influential. They call the travel. Not sure where he was going. Stop on the foul line. Wide open for the jump shot. Decided to take it into traffic. Doyle outside the three-point line will take the ball screen. Tumba will roll. They wrap it round. Rojas turns down Tumba on the inside. Booker stops, fires it up, knocks the 3 down, begs for the foul, but he just shows you what he has. He has points in that hand. Just such a great scorer. Once he gets on a roll, it's a danger sign for Antwerp, and that's where he is right now. 5-point lead for the Spanish club. Donker gets his feet set for 3 to answer. Can't do it. Thompson's on the glass. Great effort on the boards. Huge effort on the glass. Trevor Thompson. Meanwhile, Thompson, after he gets his 2, Doyle finally finds space. Gets himself open and knocks down the 3. It's exactly what we were talking about. If he just waits for the right shot, waits for the open one. Well, you can see where he wanted to go, but because he had already made his mind up, there was never space for the pass. It's back out to a 6-point lead for Murcia. It's an 8-2 run following the Cito Alonso timeout. Booker, pass. Oh, Doyle with a back cut for 2. Timeout, Antwerp. We're tied on the tie. 8-point lead on the night. And everything we said, if Doyle just keeps doing the right things and waits for the open shot, the game will come to him. The 3 and then the back cut for 5 points in a hurry for Milton Doyle. And we're back out to an 8-point lead, and the tie is tied up. Paris Lee will come back for Antwerp. Well, there are the numbers. Still only 30% from the 2-point range for Antwerp, but the attempts have now leveled out a little. 11 from the 3-point line, 10 from the 2. That's a much healthier place to be. Paris Lee back to close out this half. Will receive the inbound. .420 to go in the half. Lee has it. .5 on the possession. Lee's got to put it up. Takes the tough one. Fouled on the 3-point attempt. And another play where you just got to maintain some discipline. Obi Soko is going to be charged with the personal. He wants the 24-second. From where I'm sitting, it looked like Lee got it away. Lee picks himself up off the floor. And the good night from the line continues for the Giants. The Telenet Giants from Antwerp. First Belgian team in the Basketball Champions League playoffs. Antwerp, the 4th place team in Group C. Every other team from Group C has made it through the first playoff game. Half the teams from the regular season could be in the quarterfinals if they can secure the 2-leg win here. Booker with 7 on the possession. Hesitation, gets in the lane, kicks it. Tumba is off. And Soko's on the glass and he's fouled on the way back up. Obi Soko misses the first. And it goes 0 for 2, and the ball is scrambled. And Paris Lee would advance the basketball for Antwerp with 3.5 to go in the half. Echo back in the game. Oh, it opens up for Lee, gets to the far side of the ring for 2. A lot of looking and pointing by Murcia. Net effect, Back to a 3-point game. Booker. And Lee tries to pick his pocket. Ball goes out of bounds. Murcia will have it on the end line. Doyle. Guarded by Backo. Not going to see. Does settle for the three. Backo gets a hand on it. And Lee boxed out. Chance to run here. 5-on-4 as Soko tries to Tumba tries to get back to the corner. Quick release for three is short. Backo's on the glass. Can't control it. Obi Soko gets it and brings it. Nice look. Tumba down the runway. Fronts it for two. Obi Soko with the assist. Tumba goes to 4 personal. Back out to 5 for Murcia. Backo going to offer him the jump shot. Julie takes it and Julie knocks it down. 6 points personal for Backo. Booker on the dribble. Drops it inside. Obi Soko drops it into Tumba for 2. And Tumba getting it done around the glass. 6 points personal for the Belgian. Paris Lee feels a little contact. They drop it inside. Backo going against Tumba. Obi Soko digs at it. The three is short. And Tumba just owns the middle. Booker in transition. Thinks about it. Rojas gets it back to Booker. Last minute 40 of the half. Hard show. Booker drops it inside, ball knocked away. Who's coming up with that? Obi Soko drops the 2 from the free throw line, can't get the roll, and they have to stop it, but there's a foul on the play. And Kevin Tumba on his back in the keyway. Not the place to stop for a rest at all with everybody jumping around him, so January looks like he's struggling a bit. Let's take a look. No, he just bumped off someone. Well, Tumba's going to have to leave. Doyle's going to step out too. Tumba sits. I think he's more shaken than anything else. We walk the floor to shoot the throws. Backo with a chance to make it a 3-point game on the night. It's a perfect night from the line so far for Antwerp. That's a big number for them. The worst free throw shooting team in the Basketball Champions League. 100% so far from the line. That continues. Still 100% from the line. Cuts it to a 3-point game. 1:30 to go in the half. This one is set up for a ding-dong, end-to-end, toe-to-toe. Any cliche you want in the second half. Duran gets it to Booker. Looking to create a little separation in space. Now he's got some. Deep three is way off. Great job. Cuddy on the glass. Can't get it. Rojas. If there's someone who's going to outwork you, it's Salil Rojas. 6 points personal, first field goal. Just outworks his opponent. Lee with the advantage off the screen, drops it inside. Ball will go to Murcia. Ambitious pass by Paris Lee. A lot of traffic. Kudzinski couldn't control the basketball. Kudzinski will sit. And Yuri Chopin checks in. 6 turnovers for Antwerp. If you remember last week, Murcia in the first half, 11 turnovers in that first half when they trailed. Only 3 turnovers on the half so far. 3 is long by Martin. It's around an 8-second differential between the game and the possession clock. Step back, no 3. Sanders can't get it to roll. And plenty of time here for Booker and Murcia. Could go in with the tide. Little space, Doyle going baseline. Slips, falls, gets back up, somehow maintains it. Steps out of bounds, whistle gone, came off the top of the backboard. And I think they're going to check of how much time there was on the clock when they blew the whistle. So it didn't stop for a noticeable period. Take a look. Well, there's the out of bounds. That's when the clock should have stopped. His point, can't quite see. Let's just say not a lot of time. Doyle's going to sit. 1.1 seconds. Enough time to catch and shoot for Antwerp. They go long. Echo was blocked. They got it away. But they've reached the half. And Murcia have the 42-37 advantage on the night. They trail 3 on the tie. This is Basketball Champions League action set up for the second half. Great start by Murcia. Only 25% from the three-point line is not helping the cause. Rebound-wise, they're getting the job done with 8 offensive rebounds, 12 assists. They've shared the ball beautifully. But this one's tight. 42-37 at the half. Antwerp still hold the 3-point lead on the tie. Lee is all over the Antwerp stats. Points, rebounds, and assists, he leads them all. He needs some help. If he gets some help, Antwerp can continue the Belgian march through the Basketball Champions League. First team in the playoffs, trying to become the first team in the quarterfinals. We'll take a break. We'll leave you some highlights of what was a great first half. Great start by Murcia, great recovery by Antwerp. 5-point game at the half, set up beautifully. Get a drink, recover. You're going to need that energy for the second half. We'll see you in around 10 minutes to see if Murcia can continue to try and repeat their Final Four appearance last year. If they can win by 9, they're on the way to the quarterfinals. We'll see you in around 10 minutes.
very exciting game. You're putting a lot of pressure, but it feels like it's not enough. What are your plans for the second half?
No, at the moment it's enough because we are playing a different way like the first game, talking about the first game. We had to keep fighting in this way, trying to improve some details to avoid easy basket, even free throws. But we had to keep this level. With this level, we have our choice in the last part of the game.
So you're planning to keep this level, or do you have any other strategies?
I have another, but I hope don't use it. I want to don't use it. If I have to use it, it's because some problem we have, okay? But we have more things.
So good luck. UCAM is putting a lot of pressure on you. How you handle it?
I think we have a bad rhythm. We take too many quick shots. We're not ready to run back in defense, and we don't control the rebound. So we got to change that.
Do you have any strategy for the second half to put more pressure?
No, we gotta be strong mentally and physically, get in our place, okay, and slow down the pace when we have to.
Okay, so thank you so much. Good luck.
Thank you.
Welcome back to Murcia. Hope you've had that drink because this one is going to go all the way down to the wire. Murcia have a 5-point lead over the Telenet Giants from Antwerp, which means it's a 3-point lead to the Belgian club overall on the tie. Belgian club only shooting 35% from two-point range, and that's been their problem as they relied too heavily on the three-point shot early in the game. Murcia started with great energy, went inside, were aggressive. Obi Soko had 7 of the first 14 points for Murcia as he went around the ring and stepped back for the 3. But everything started to even itself out. And we've got a 42-37 halftime score. Booker again, 8 points in that first half. 7 assists for the American guard. Has an efficiency rating of 12 on that half. Off the bench, well, just a consistent contribution from the whole of the Murcia lineup. Kevin Tumba with 6 on his 12 minutes. Paris Lee had 10. What he needs is support. He needs someone else to start really getting going. Sanders could be one of those guys. 0 for 3 for Victor Sanders. But Paris Lee needs some support. 20 minutes of action to decide which of these two teams will go forward to face Nizhny in the quarterfinals, when they will be 2 games away from the Final Four. And this one has just got close finish written all over it. Got to try and pace yourself. Don't get too excited in this third quarter. Here is Victor Sanders. Really has to get himself going offensively. Rojas, again, was just phenomenal in his work rate. Did a great job on the glass. Here we go then, second half action. The second leg. Murcia with a 42-37 advantage. Trail by 3 on the tie. Here's Paris Lee, pick and pop with Bacco. He's got to hand it off. All over Lee. Just not letting him get the ball back. Just literally face guarding him. As we said earlier in the game, 4-on-4 situation, really. Bacco, great hands. Beautiful pass by Kalinowski. And Bacco did so well to catch that one. Tyler Kalinowski with the assist. Bacco with the great hands. Booker will move it on. Obisoko thought about the 3, turned it down. Doyle breaks down to the middle, is fouled. And they will give 2 from the line for him. Always a good sign. You're aggressive, challenge the defense. Sanders picks up foul number 2, but Doyle misses the first of the throws. Second is good though. Same play, they're going to face guard Lee again. Kalinowski stops, pops and drops the 2. Well, they won't mind playing 4-on-4 if Kalinowski keeps making decisions like that. Booker attacks Lee. Doyle on the handoff, same play again. Doyle attacks it this time. The defensive effort was great from Bacco. Here's Lee in transition. A little hesitation, gets to the baseline, needs a pass, drops it. Kalinowski is fouled. In fact, he stepped out of bounds. Seventh turn, both teams taking care of the ball. 7th turnover for Antwerp. Booker gets into the lane. Little floater for 2 is no good. Sanders pushes. Finds Lee. Best way to find him in transition. Bacco comes to set the ball screen. Lee turns it down. It's a foul by Booker. Initiated all the contact as he stopped the middle penetration. Alonso's decided to go with Booker for major minutes tonight. Didn't follow that last week. Rudez hasn't seen the floor so far for Murcia. Sanders. Bacco with the ball screen. Drop it inside to Bacco. Turnover. Ball survives with 2.2 seconds on the possession. Antwerp have to be quick out of bounds here. Trimble will foul Bacco if he carries on the way he is at the moment. It's not what you want with 2.2 on the shot clock. Oh, great cut. Little floater for 2 is good. Great read. set the defense up, went long for the out of bounds, and Kalinowski then just curled. Great execution, ties it at 43. Tumba backs in, needs a pass, finds one. Booker on the closeout, stops for two, is good. Harris Lee chased him off the three-point line. Took the two-point punishment as opposed to the three. Lee breaks it down the middle, stops, is fouled, and one. Breaks Doyle down, slips a little on the vinyl, takes the contact. And the Antwerp fans, do they believe? Well, they should have no reason not to. Soft touch. Antwerp take their first lead since the first minute. They made the first three of the game. And since then, have trailed on the night, but now lead by one. Soko with a skip pass. Rojas lines up the three, is short. And Bako comes down with another positive stat. Nice start to the second half. Lee finds Bako, needs to pass, wants to pass. Kalinowski tries to turn the corner. Bako on the inside, just flushes it. And there's a great rhythm to Antwerp at the start of the second half. Bako goes to 12. Offensively, they just move the ball, doesn't get stuck. If they have to play 4-on-4, they've kept the ball moving. They offer Rojas the three again, and this time he drops it. Rojas goes to 9 personal. We're tied at 48. Kalinowski is just making life hell. Foul on the play. Booker is just chasing shadows as Kalinowski just curls the screen. Obisoko was late on the help. Third foul. That's not a great number for Murcia. Bako continues the perfect night from the free throw line. And that's the first miss from the free throw line for Antwerp as Obisoko handles. Stops, fires up the foul line. 2 is no good. Kalinowski advances the basketball. Bako wants, Bako gets. Inside, ball knocked away. Rojas slips again on the vinyls. Inside out, Booker just about reels in the pass. In the lane, drops it off to Tumba, who's going to have to pass from there. Drops it in, Tumba. His ball knocks away, they're going to call the foul. Foul on Yuri Chopin. And as you can see, over the arm. Tumba shooting 78% from the free throw line across the Champions League season. Ties it at 49. Chance to tick the score over for the lead for Murcia, which he does. Harris Lee will hand off. Sanders got to find a way to get himself going. Stops, fires up the three, is long. And he's a little bit like Doyle was in the first half, trying to look for shots, look for offense. Ball's knocked away, turnover. Sanders in transition, handles. And there's a whistle on the play. Rojas charged with the personal. A lot of players slipping on the floor. Could be right on that one. It could be just the atmosphere, a little moisture in the air. Could be something, but that's the third or fourth time in the second half that players have almost lost their footing. Here's Paris Lee. They're just trying to work him over. Kloof will guard him for a while. Kanowski, feet set for three, drops it. Same play with a down screen. Kanowski didn't put it on the floor this time. Gets his feet set and drops the three. 2-point lead for the Belgian club. Kloof, the Dutchman, looks at his options off the ball screen, gets to the foul line. Was never aggressive, was always looking to pass. Kloof attacks it this time, off the glass for two is good, tough move. Lee, it opened up for him. Well, I think he thought he was dropping it to Kanowski. Doyle's going to sit. Lee, a little hesitation, tries to separate, needs a pass, just about gets it off. Ball will stay with the Antwerp club with 5 on the possession, 4 minutes just over in the third. We're locked at 52 on the night. Urdesan checks in for his first action, the veteran. Jason Tate stops, fires up the two, way off. Kloof is fouled as Lee tried to get over the screen. Well, they're going to call Jason Tate for a foul off the ball, but I don't mind seeing the action again because he got a little shove on the back into the back screen. There's Kloof. And there's the feel as Kloof moved on the back screen. Kloof has it, out top. Will take the ball screen. Hesitation, gets inside, gonna take a tough one. Gets the drop, that's a tough move. Little hang time as he got himself square in the air. Lee breaks the defense down, left hand is blocked. And gets told about it too. Here's Obi Soko in transition. Will kick it, Urdesan wide open for three, is off. What a rebound by Rojas. Nothing more than you'd expect, just outworks everybody on the glass. 9th offensive rebound for Murcia. Foul on the play, and Kloof throws it down. And throws it down hard. Just rips it and goes. There's the foul, there's the throwdown. Big play. Kanowski got off balance. Timeout. Antwerp. Try and take some heat out of the gym as Kloof threw down the dunk.
Okay. You pop. Okay. We run it one time regular. The second one, we go with the pass back.
I did
Pass it back. Okay.
Yeah, I might not do hand up.
Yeah, okay. The second one, pass it back. Okay. Get open. You're gonna get the ball. Okay.
You are with the number 23.
Well, we told you this was going to be tight. This was going to go all the way down to the wire. And with 3 minutes to go in the third, it's a 4-point game on the night. It's a 4-point game on the tie. Brooker assists away from a double-double. Kloof gets his own rebound off the poor free-throw miss. Van Wyn has to switch. Big second step. Kloof off the glass. Kate and one. No rotation for Antwerp. No one rotated to box out. The mismatch is already there. No one's boxed, and you can see Kalinowski just missed the box out. Chance to make it a 1-point tie on the night. Another offensive rebound. Great finish. Redoncic gets set, gets himself balanced and ties the tie at 127 apiece. 8-point game on the night. Paris Lee has it. Pick and pop action. Kanowski looks underneath. Van Wyn with a handoff. Lee gets it back. 7 on the possession. Lee breaks it down, gets to the ring, and the ball's out of bounds. Lee wants to foul. He's not going to get that. The offensive rebounds, the free throws. Huge point in the game. Kloof almost had it stolen. The key is always for Murcia, the tempo of their offense. When they move the basketball, use the athleticism that they have, they look a very potent threat. The three from Erdizan is off. And Kanowski comes down with a rebound. He's fouled and he'll walk the floor for 2. They did not need to foul. Two minutes of the third quarter remaining. They've shot the ball really well from the free throw line tonight. And now is not the time for them to revert to the 60% team. The worst free throw shooting team in the Basketball Champions League. 1 for 2. Brzezinski. Erdizan. Obisoko outside the 3-point line. Puts it on the floor, steps back, takes the tough 2, way short. And Kate just rebounds the hell out of it. Just extended those arms, collected it, collects the foul. Brzezinski picks up his first personal. Take back on the free throw line. It's not the most consistent looking free throw shot you'll ever see. Hence, he only shoots 60% across the Champions League season. And he comes up empty. Jason Tate doesn't secure the rebound. And Murcia at the moment are getting rewarded for just outworking Antwerp. Another either turnover or team offensive rebound, whatever it was. it means Murcia retain possession. Tate has it and then loses it. Erdizan puts it on the floor. Needs a pass. Finds Kluth. Erdizan. And the offensive foul is called. I do like that these officials have called it very, very consistently. Well, there's the offensive foul. Physicality steps up. Turnover. Turnovers becoming an issue both ways now. And it just looks as though both teams have to remind themselves that, hey, we know how to play this game. We know what works for us. Let's get back to run what we want to run and not get caught up and play the game. Got to play the opponent, do what you are being asked to do and not get caught up in the emotion of the game. Because that's where they are at the moment. It's tight. It's a 1 point on the tie game. And neither team is playing with that much confidence right now. Who's going to click into offensive gear? Who's going to get things off the defense? Zunski goes up. Great block. Kloof just athletic play defensively. And at the moment, you've got to say Antwerp struggling for scorers. I love the way they're trying to work out the problem. It's a tough call. I'm not really. We see it again. I'm not really sure what Dave Gudzinski can do here. He picks up his second foul. Obisoko is going to go to the free throw line. In fact, he's struggling, Obisoko. Oh, yeah, you can see that. Twist of the ankle. Has had some issues over the seasons. That just looked like a straightforward ankle roll. Let's hope that's all it is. Doyle comes off the bench to miss the first of the free throws. Chance to tie the scores at 1-2-8. Antwerp have to find options to score with this lineup on the floor. There's not a lot of offense out there. Isan Tate running the baseline, just about gets it in. Has the confidence, brings it down. Why wouldn't he? Chopin, he's not going to look to attack it himself off the dribble. Sanders again, they drop it inside, bounce pass to the back cut was open, they just couldn't execute, and that's exactly what we're talking about. No execution there. Sanders is going to slip again. Becomes the latest slipping situation. There's been so many moments that players have lost their footing around the vinyls on the floor. 8-point lead for Murcia on the night. Scores tied on the tie. Kloof will turns down the ball screen, gets to the foul line. Tries to drop it inside. Radonjic can't get it to drop. Thompson comes up with the block. And there's around a 4-second differential as Sanders gets it over the half. Poor shot. Poor shot by Van Wyn. Going nowhere, didn't create anything. And it's given Murcia a chance to lead the tie going into the fourth quarter. Doyle on the dribble. Knocks away and it will go back. And both teams playing without any confidence whatsoever. Doyle's penetration, fumbles the basketball, another slip. 2.2 seconds left in the third. It's going to come down to a 10-minute shootout. Everybody feeling the tension. Sanders, halfway line, puts it up, way short. And we've reached the end of 3. And the tension mounts, and the scores are tied, and we are 10 minutes away from one of these two teams making it to the quarterfinal of the Basketball Champions League, and it's tense. Both teams with a 61-53 advantage to Murcia. With these stats, 54 and 24, the 3-point shooting for Murcia, disastrous. Antwerp have really turned things around at the offensive end. They've only taken 3 threes in the second and third quarter. Now it comes down to this. 1 quarter of basketball with the scores tied. You've got to make Murcia that 4th quarter favorite here at home with the scores tied on the second leg of the tie. Where the calculators come out. This is when you start playing the actual overall tie score. It's 0-0 with 10 minutes. One of those moments in practice. Whatever situation the coach sets, this is one of those. This is where your leaders on your group come to the fore. This is where Paris Lee is going to have to lead this Antwerp team and hopefully see them home. This is where Booker's going to have to step up and score. If it's a loss, the loss of Obisoko with that looked like a rolled ankle, that's going to be a huge loss for Murcia down the stretch. He's got 5 blocks with his 8 points off the bench for Murcia. Big impact. Start of the 4th quarter. The tie is tied. Kloof has it. Will come off the second screen. Erdizan. They look inside. Doesn't go in there though. Penetration knocked away. Kate's picking it up off the floor. Travel called. Turnover. And Antwerp will get the ball back. Soko's back in the game, so the ankle was not a big issue. That's great news for Murcia. Paris Lee's back in the game. That's great news for Antwerp. Lee has it. Takes Kloof down the middle. Stops at the foul, and he slips as well. Gets the ball screen. Kate, the 3 from Lee is short. Jason Tate, pump fake, goes up. Will go to the free throw line. And it's 4th quarter time. It's Jason Tate time. Outworks his opponent, gets the offensive rebound, goes to the free throw line. 7 from 8 last week. Ball fake, gets the contact from Obisoko. In fact, the foul was called on Kloof. And the 3 throw woes for Antwerp. Are they coming back to haunt this team in the 4th quarter? Tate makes the second. Obisoko will hand it off. Kete with a quick screen. Kloof in the lane. Kete, great execution. Just carried on and trusted Kloof to find him. 10 points personal for the Romanian. Van Wyn stops, fires up the 2, and knocks down a big bucket. How they needed those 2. As we've been saying, other people need to contribute. Van Wyn answers the call. Kloof will move it to Obisoko. He's just playing outside the 3-point line at the moment, trying to create space. Kete on the lob. Great help by Lee. Lee at speed. Takes a look at his options. Jason Tate with the pick in transition, moves it on. Van Wyn to the corner for three. It's good. Chopin gets the three. Patient, spotted up, knocked it down for fun on the end of the break. All started with the defensive help. Lee started it, initiated the transition. The extra pass to the corner. The three is as sweet as you like.
They are switching all the time. They are switching all the time. So, now, the next situation, you play one time, this, look.
Nice start to the fourth quarter by Antwerp, the 6-2 start. As you can see, they only won the second quarter, but they recovered really well from that really impressive start by Murcia in that first period of the game. Well, Alonso spending that time out talking about how to deal with a switching defense and trying to get the advantage. Interesting to see if Murcia can run through whatever offensive set they do, but being aware of where the mismatch exists. You don't really want to slow your offense up and just force it to where you believe there's going to be advantage. You've got to read it, move the basketball quickly, and generate that advantage. 63-59. Kloof and Lee going at it. Doyle will look underneath. Isoko in the block. If they stay one-on-one, he has the advantage. Thompson was there though. Just his presence makes you think about where he's going to come to help from. 8 seconds on the possession. Doyle drops it off. Kloof with a mid-range two, he's way short. Spin comes down with a defensive rebound, looks for his man, and his man is there, Paris Lee. Takes the early ball screen. Turns the corner, doesn't like his options. Jason Tate, same thing, doesn't like the options. Van Wyn, 6 on the possession. The ball's got stuck with Van Wyn. Takes a little lean back for two. Doesn't get the drop. Great work on the glass. Jason Tate for three, got it! 1 point game on the night. Jason Tate in the fourth quarter coming good again. 8 points personal. Kloof comes off the screen. Doyle moved on the screen. The offensive foul called, and that's an emotional team at the moment. 7 point margin on the tie. Plenty of time left. Doyle picks up foul number 3. Antwerp have a chance to lead on the night. Paris Lee. Booker back in the game, takes him. But Lee just blows past him, gets to the lane, puts up a tough one in traffic. Booker comes down and pushes. Numbers down the floor here for Murcia. Rojas gets it in transition. Corner wide open for Doyle. It's good from the corner for 3. Wow, the swings of momentum in this game. 4 point margin on the tie, on the night. Paris Lee looks inside, drops inside to Thompson. Blocking foul, I believe. The help was late. That's a big hit to take if you take Thompson at speed. Sergio Rojas. Match so undersized at 193, but just plays so much bigger. Felt every moment of that play. Thompson will go to the free-throw line. Thompson, a 75% free-throw shooter across the Basketball Champions League. What he wouldn't give for 2 for 2 right now. Makes the first. So much time left in the game, over 6.5 minutes. Two for 2, and Thompson steps up and he's counted. 2 point game. on the night. Booker has it. Kete goes back to the screen and dives. They wrap it. Open for three is Doyle. Oh, back-to-back threes. Milton Doyle hotting up in the fourth. 13 points personal, shooting 50 from behind the arc. He's made his last two. Jason Tate has Kete to guard him. You'd expect him to go at him, and does. Spins. Easy two. He goes to double digits. Booker thinks about the long three, moves it on. Doyle, inside touch. Kete has it, going against Van Wyn, has a big size advantage here, but Van Wyn plays really good defense. Obisoko for three, oh, drops it. Big plays everywhere you look. Obisoko with the latest, drops the three. Lee breaks the defense down, drops it onto Tate. Lee gets it back. 9 on the possession, needs some space here. Guarded by Obisoko. Lee hesitates, blows past him, is fouled and will go to the free throw line. And there's the foul. Trust your help. Don't foul in that scenario. Full foul for Obisoko. Paris Lee. He's only a 66% free throw shooter across the whole Champions League season. I normally say stats mean nothing at this moment. Lee's just got to drop the second one, forget the first one, which he does. 14 points personal, 7 from 8 from the free throw line. Booker, guarded by Lee. They switch the screen. Separation for Booker, oh, for two. Just lean back. Thompson has to step off to protect the middle of the floor. Sweet looking. Just laid back with the jump shot. Lee steps back for two. Doesn't get the drop. And Murcia, a chance to lead on the tie. Lead by 7 on the night. Booker blows past. Is fouled by Lee. He can't believe the call. Ignored by the official, quite rightly. Well, you can see why the official made the call. Still 4.5 minutes to go. A 1-point game on the tie. Antwerp trying to be the first Belgian team to make the quarterfinals of the Basketball Champions League. Also trying to complete a clean sweep for teams from Group C in the first round. The other 3 teams already in the quarterfinals. Can Antwerp make it all 4 from what was or what became the group of death in the regular season? Booker goes to 14 personal. Antwerp will take the timeout. They trail by 1 on the tie. 9 on the night. They have possession of the basketball after the timeout. Here's Parisley with the possession after the timeout. So important they get what they want. Jason Tate. They go upstairs. Oh, beautiful play. Thompson with the flush. 6 points personal. Restores the 1 point lead for Antwerp. Booker. Hesitation. Has it knocked away? Foul called. It's only the second team foul on Antwerp. Kanowski in the game. Whistle on the play. That's got to be unsportsmanlike, right? A foul before the ball comes in. .144, 143. 4:02 to go. Booker has it. Sante switches. Obisoko. Tough play. Sealed off. Used the glass beautifully. Gets the 2. 12 personal. Game time. 3:40 to go in the fourth. Parisley. Jason Tate. Jason Tate down the middle. Spins. Oh, what a follow. Ismail Bako. Watch him work and outwork Tumba. Throws it down on the miss. Booker. They switch back. Doyle. He made his last 2-3. Booker thinks about the 3. He's got Bako to try and guard him. Surely Jason Tate's going to have to help, which he does. Booker leans back for the 2. And the ball hits the top of the backboard. Antwerp will have possession. You can cut the atmosphere with a proverbial knife in here. 7-point game on the night. 1 point game on the tie, and Parisley has the basketball, guarded by Booker. Great pass, great play, easy 2. Timeout, Murcia. Straight off the coaching board. Kalinowski gets the read. Lee gets the assist. Antwerp go back to back to increase the lead on the tie. Timeout for Murcia.
Important thing for us is play pushing up, and when they play the pick and roll, only with one player here, the center cannot help. Next one player, because if not, they go to the alley-oop. Okay? Yes? Let's go, let's work for each other. Nice. We have 3 minutes. Pick up. Go, guys, let's go, vamos. We play now. Make sure we got the rebound. Play, guys. Rebound, guys, let's go. Come on. Vamos a animar Palacio.
Parisley going to lead Antwerp into the quarterfinals. They lead by 3 with 2:50 to go. Trail by 5 on the night. Great help. Jason Tate read that. Tumba is down. I'm not sure here. Now, you always got to, if you're the official, you have to take the care of the player as the first and foremost. But Tumba went down, no one near him. And in doubt, the official has to stop the game. As frustrated as some people might be from the Antwerp side of things, they have the basketball. Chopin gets it off to Paris Lee. Whistle on the play. And Antwerp will go to the free throw line. Full foul for Sergio Lajas. And Kanowski misses the front end of his 2 free throws. Antwerp have to perform on the free throw line now. Murcia in the penalty. Still 2.5 minutes to go. Their Achilles heel for the season. They've got to find a way to deal with it right now. Makes the second. We're back to the 4 on the night, 4 on the tie situation. Kanowski goes to 13 points. Doyle has it. 2:20 remains. Obisoko looks inside. Whistle on the play because Kanowski just fouled. That'll be the full foul for Antwerp. And Kanowski goes on to his 4th foul. It's a little bit 6 of one and half a dozen of another because everybody was holding everybody else. But end line possession. Booker has it. Rojas on the cut. They're going to have to go long. Doyle will find Booker. And they switch again. And Bacco helps out. Moves it on. Doyle deep for 3. Is short. And Chopin does the blue collar stuff and sweeps the glass. Antwerp with now an ever widening 4-point lead. Kanowski goes back to Lee. 10 on the possession. Lee has it, and you know Lee wants it. Steps back, little hesitation, gets to the middle, off the glass, is blocked. Booker gives it up. Murcia, body's all over the place. Someone else has slipped now. It's Obisoko's on the floor. Doyle, they trying to find some space. Booker is way long. Lee tips it. Chopin plays a little soccer with it. And they get a new 14. Doyle. They skip it. Rojas lines up the 3 from the corner. Is off. And Bacco with a big defensive rebound. Last minute. Antwerp edging closer to the line. Paris Lee will take some time out of this clock. Settles for the 3. Bacco on the glass, can't get it. Obisoko can. Booker. Murcia have to move the basketball. They can't settle for the big 3. Is off. Rojas is on the glass, and they've just settled for 3-pointers on the last 3 possessions. Kanowski holds. The clock is their friend right now. Seconds away. Kanowski puts it on the floor, lays it up, and 1! Silence in the gym here in Murcia. Antwerp have 1 foot in the quarterfinal. Antwerp took it strong to the ring. Murcia settled for the 3. Antwerp closed to a 1-point game on the night. Timeout for Murcia. It's a 1-point game on the night, but Murcia trailed by 7 on the tie. And that Antwerp timeout is almost there.
are with Obi here.
A huge 24-point fourth quarter for Antwerp has almost got them over the line here.
Listen.
It's never over until it's actually over, but they are close. Alonso has to come up with some magic on the out of bounds. They need a quick catch, a quick release, and a score. Those traveling fans, they're believing right now. One-point game on the night, 7-point lead for Antwerp with 19.4 seconds left here in Murcia. Kate wants, they just about beat the 5 count. This has got to go up. Doyle for the long three is short. That is a rebound. Chopin with a rebound. Lee is fouled. He's going to pick himself up off the floor, dust himself down, walk the floor, and you know he's going to make the throws. Paris Lee will go to the free throw line. He's 7 from 8 on the game. He should take his time and enjoy every single second of this. Are they looking at it for an potential unsportsmanlike? And they call it unsportsmanlike, and I've got to say, I will agree. No attempt at a basketball action. And Obi Soko will have to leave the game. He's played nearly 34 minutes for his 12 points, 10 rebounds, another double-double for Obi Soko. Paris Lee. Misses the first. This to tie the game on the night. He goes 0 for 2. I don't think he cares. What I know he does, what I know he cares about is that his club is going to make it to the quarterfinals of the Basketball Champions League. They get it in. Jason Tate has it, and that's it. That is it. Antwerp have come to Murcia. They lose by 1 on the night, but a Belgian club made it to the playoffs, and a Belgian club has now made it to the quarterfinals of the Basketball Champions League. They complete a clean sweep of games for teams from their group in the regular season. And they win it on the night, on the tie, 152 to 145. A 1-point loss on the night. There's never been a sweeter loss for Antwerp as they make it to the quarterfinals of the Basketball Champions League. They salute their traveling fans. Last year's Final Four team, Murcia, will have to fight again the next time they come to the Basketball Champions League. Raul Moores, his coaching staff, salute those fans that have traveled from Antwerp, and they will enjoy every single moment of this. They shot 11 threes in the first quarter. They only shoot 19 on the game. They became the aggressor, and they were rewarded. Both teams took care of the basketball. That is in a game of that pressure. Kalinowski led the scorers with 16. Backo again gets his name in the stats. Thompson had a big contribution off the bench. And where does this journey stop for Antwerp? The next stop on the Antwerp caravan is Nizhny. Only one more team to complete. Which team will make the top bracket and play Jerusalem? But to confirm, Jerusalem, Antwerp, Ike, the defending champions, and Bamberg from the same group all make it through the first round. Nanterre, Bologna will join them in the quarterfinals. Only one more tie to be settled. And Tenerife look like they're going to join them and continue the great run of form they have in the Basketball Champions League. Paris Lee returns the little spanner to the fans. Personally thanking those fans. Great touch. The journey isn't over for Antwerp. Next stop on the ticket is Russia. And Novgorod and Nizhny will await them in the quarterfinals. Murcia's love affair with the Basketball Champions League is over for this season. But what a performance on the road by Antwerp. What a fourth quarter. 24-17 in the fourth quarter. Jason Tate came up big in that fourth quarter. Tate again gets to double figures, 10 points personal on 3 from 6 from the floor. But Backo, again, on 20 minutes of basketball, 15 points personal, 5 rebounds. He went 5 from 6 from the free throw line, 5 from 6 from the field. He has an efficiency rating of 17. And he is one of those players that does what it says on the tin. I rebound, I play around the ring, I play defense. And his combination and the minutes he split with Trevor Thompson on the inside, key moments for the Antwerp lineup. Thompson with 6 points, didn't miss a field goal, and 3 rebounds. Excellent performance by the big man. And this man, Kalinowski, did it all tonight. Tyler Kalinowski, 16 points personal. Chipped in with 2 rebounds, chipped in with 3 assists. A rating of 15. And we said at the half, Paris Lee needed some help. Lee only scored 4 points in that second half. 3 other teammates get into double figures. He gets contributions from across the roster. And Coach Moores does a marvelous job. The emphasis changed. They did this a lot in the fourth. Attacked the ring, made things happen. Watch Backo's follow on this play. Just outworks Tumba again and gets the putback. And you've just got to give so much credit to Antwerp, currently joint top in the Belgian league. Smart plays, aggressive plays in that fourth quarter. Attacked the ring to score, did not settle to the three-point line, which if you're going to be critical of Murcia, that's where they played the game as the game went on. They played it outside the three-point line. And Antwerp took it inside, took it to the rack, and come away from Murcia as the quarterfinalist in the Basketball Champions League. Raoul Moores takes a Belgian club to the quarterfinals of the Basketball Champions League. What a performance. They'll enjoy this, and now they'll start getting ready for the trip to Russia and playing Nizhny in the quarterfinals. It's been a great night here in Murcia. Basketball Champions League action at its best. Bye for now.